Hello everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Starcom Nexus. In the last episode, we took thrusters as an upgrade, or the ability to activate a faster means of travel at the cost of using energy to keep it maintained. However, with enough reactors, we also learned that we don't need to worry about the energy cost of maintaining this extra speed. And with this, I feel a lot less guilty about going out to explore places which are not linked via these warp nexuses or via a warp gate. We also, at the end of the last episode, I think, took the increased scanning range. And so my plan in this episode is to revisit all the locations we've been at before in order to... Oh. I wanted to visit the nebula there. In order to see if we detect anything else while we are out there. And so that's the main plan, because I don't want to leave anything behind. Potentially leaving behind a spot that could give us more research points or additional resources. Speaking of which, we traded for quite a bit of titanium, and didn't trade too much for it, and now we have a larger ship in this episode. 16 modules, 4 engines, 4 guns, 4 reactors, and 2 armor modules. We've seen that armor modules can be quite nice at adding a bit of resilience to our ship. They add 300 points of armor, which doesn't tell you much about how much damage it reduces. But it does indeed reduce armor. And it works better against small amounts of armor, effectively nullifying it, compared to larger strikes of armor. So it's not, I guess it's not really percentage-based, but a flat damage reduction. Anyway, we're here on the nebula now, and we're going to fly through this nebula to see if we can detect anything else out here. Unfortunately for us, by the way, there is no way for me to mark... well, I was about to say something I shouldn't assume would happen. I guess I'll say this anyway. So... Or it gives you something to talk about, I suppose, at least while we're out here. So I have had the uncanny luck of having various developers for video games watch me play their games. This seems to be especially true for small video games. I suppose I'm lucky in that I choose games that have not been played by very popular YouTubers. And as such, well, if people want to watch me play a game that they made, they tend to stop by to watch me, which is weird. Very weird. But I'm always very grateful when they do so. I was wondering if the developer of this game, if he stops by, if it would be possible in the future, if you do make another game, which I saw it is being constructed on Steam, or well, you can wishlist it on Steam, if maybe it would be possible to be able to show the waypoints or a note on this screen, in addition to on this one, since I would then mark waypoints for me to fly through and then delete them on this screen to tell where I'm located in relation to those notes. In any case, we've found another planet out here in this nebula. Before we land on this planet, however, I want to go back and remember a message that we had some time ago. I think it was the first or second episode we had played, where we made contact with some, some quadrupeds who told us a story. Two blue-eyed sisters and their little brother swam in a line in a sunset sea. And we can see this is kind of like a line. And although it's not red, however, to indicate sunset, sunsets do cast purple light on clouds at the very edge of sunset. Hey! There's a swarm drone. That one really tried to get away, too. I'm not sure I believe this probe's databanks. It seems to imply that the probe was struck by a high-speed chunk of fungus traveling through space. Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. Nice. Free 20 more research points. Just managed to nab that. Back to this really quick. Oh. Kind of a bit of a bug when this happens, because also, if you have something clicked and you then close the mission log, it doesn't display this again, which is a bit awkward, unless I select a different thing first. Now I should be able to click on this and get this image back again. The little brother kept a dark secret in greenstone water. The fisherman came and tried to coax the secret from him, but learned too late that the green water must not run. They sailed away too late and wrecked their skiff at our shores, lest the green water pollute the whole ocean. When the fishermen came, we will tell them the story. Remember this for what we're about to do, because we're not going to pay attention to that warning on this planet. Anomaly detected. Something down there. Now, at this point, everyone, I'm going to say one or two more things before we continue with this. Number one, if you've liked what you've seen in this game and you plan on picking it up, I would highly encourage you to stop watching the rest of this Let's Play. Stop! Because a great amount of the fun in this game is the away missions and deciding what you want to do in them. And the choices you make have, as you've seen when we were infected by the fungus, some quite substantial outcomes. This is the case going forward in this game. So if you don't want anything spoiled and you don't want anything ruined, I would highly recommend you just don't watch any more of this and enjoy the game. Have a blast out there fighting new enemies. There's much stronger enemies we haven't seen yet in this game. Have fun exploring, getting research, trying to complete the various objectives, and trying to find as much as you can about this galaxy. And guess what happened? We ourselves will be put to the question about what we think happened eventually. Commander Miranda Price will ask us flat out what she thinks is going on. And all the other people on the kite station, the main people we talk to, will have their own ideas about what happened. In any case, I'm getting going a bit off tangent here. But this was one such encounter where I really liked the writing here, and I thought it was well done. And I don't want anyone to have any experience that they would otherwise have in this game ruined by continuing to watch my game. Or my Let's Play. Not my game. I didn't make this game at all. So, please, for your greater enjoyment of an exploration game, stop watching this if you are going to play this game and play it. Alright, now with that said, let's start. Over here it looks like there's some sort of keep or a station of some sort. It looks like a castle to me in a mountain out here. Judging by the coloring, it looks like this place is rather cold as well. The anomaly is what appears to be a long-abandoned research facility, although what there is to research on this frozen rock is unclear. The planetoid's composition is common ores, and its daytime high is negative 210 centigrade. Holes in the facility's outer structure caused by wear from micrometers allow the survey team easy entrance. In the center of the facility, is a large sphere of dark green ice, of a composition that the scanners cannot ascertain. Around the perimeter of the lab is a network of monitoring devices and computers. So the first thing I tried to do was attempt to access the computer network's data and see what the research team had done here. Not ours, but someone was out here doing research on this chunk of ice. What were they trying to discover? The team's xenotechnician is able to extract some information from the network's databanks, although it has been partially corrupted. It seems that the group of researchers had extracted the green ice core from deep below the planet's surface. They believed it had been deliberately placed there by an ancient and powerful civilization and were attempting to see if it held any new technologies. Active neutrino scans revealed a wealth of data, some of which was preserved. It seems the next phase was to gradually raise the temperature of the sphere to melt the outer layers. It is unclear if this phase was carried out. Have the team tried to thaw the green ice core. The team sets up a perimeter of thermal generators around the core and waits. After about 90 minutes, they report various gases sublimating from its surface. After about 3 hours, they report rivulets of green liquid flowing down. The liquid takes strange, wandering paths in apparent defiance of physics. There is a sudden burst of radio commotion. The team leader reports that the xenotechnician's suit has been compromised and that he is yelling about something wet climbing his leg. After several minutes of radio silence, the team leader reports that the xenotechnician has been almost completely liquefied by the green fluid. Five minutes later, the team security officer reports that the team leader and medic have been infected as well. She calmly reports that the liquid flows freely along any surface and seems to have deliberately moved to cut off their exits. She's killed the thermal generators, but it will take some time for them to cool. The security officer reports that she believes the liquid has penetrated her suit. While she doesn't have any symptoms, she believes the liquid is intelligent and may be deliberately waiting for her to return to the lander. She is therefore remotely ordering the lander to return to the ship without her or the surviving members. She thanks you for the opportunity to serve with you. Thank her for her sacrifice. As you radio back, you hear her shouting at the other team members not try to get to the lander. You're not sure she heard you. As you radio back, you hear her shouting at the other team members not to try to get back to the lander, I think is how that's supposed to read. You're not sure she heard you over what sounded like a plasma rifle firing. I suppose the liquid is able to convert, our people into more of itself as well. And it sounded like, based on the story now that we ignored, that the crew of the ship that the quadrupeds had talked to us near had crashed that ship in that planet and killed themselves rather than risk this new thing spreading throughout the galaxy. What a great idea. It reminds me of a book series I have called Children of Time back there, in which there was this sentient virus that would be able to consume the mind and control things that it infected. And it would eventually, if left to its own devices, consume the entire galaxy. This thing reminds me of it. What a great idea. I've always been a fan of really nightmarish things like that, ever since I played through Homeworld Cataclysm ages ago. Since we lost 6 crew, we're going to head back to Kite Station and pick up more crew. And then come back here. We'll have an excuse to kill these Chitek that we see. And then take the warp gate. Well, actually, you know what? I'll leave the Chitek here. I'll have to go. Well, since this one's guarding our exit, we'll destroy this. Oh, destroy? No, we won't. He got away. Now, heads up with those 6 crew added to the donation jar, that we are now up to $37 so far for donations. Not bad. That's a good amount. It's the Steam Summer Sale, and having this in the jar will help me not purchase more games. Good to see you again, Commander. We're getting worried. How goes the exploration? We could use more crew. You got it. We have some fresh volunteers right out of training. Anything else? How's morale? Nope, still okay. We didn't catch a single drone. Oh, do we have... I don't think we have the resources. We do not. We need an extra, like, 100 titanium in order to have Kite Station be able to construct larger ships. Alright, let's go back to where we just came from and keep exploring some of the other places we've been to already. Yeah, we want to double back to all of these places. Let's explore everything here. Back up to this main sequence. We'll hit these locations. Up here. Land at the Citadel, see what else might be available for sale. Destroy some asteroids. Then warp over here and give another explore to this area. Oops, which would then help if I this up and do... No, wait. Yes, we are jumping. We're jumping here. Okay, I don't care about the... Well, I do care about them. I would love to kill them. Normally, if I wasn't recording them, I would. But I feel like it's going to be a little too boring for you guys to watch me run around and destroy the occasional Chitek scout. And I don't need to destroy what's in those cargoes at the moment. Maybe by leaving them alive, there will be more of them here later, which will make this area a bit more lucrative for us to engage in combat at. And actually, why don't you zip up there, Tim? There's a reason for that. You can take a warp gate there. I see nothing new around the outskirts of that planet. We don't need to trade. No surface anomalies detected. Nothing out here either. I see nothing new on our radar. Let's head back to the warp nexus and take that south. South? There is no south. Take it in the direction it goes. Let me get this out of the way too. So when it comes to games, hello. I always, if the game allows me to move in different directions, like 4 directions, north is always the upper portion of the screen. South is just the bottom of the screen, west is the left-hand side, east is the right-hand side. Okay, so we're gonna go back down that way eventually. But right now, let's swing back up to that sun. And Now, I'll need to be a little careful because I remember there is some coordinates around here. For the distance to safely destroy the ordnance, I would recommend that you shoot it when it's like all the way over here to remain outside the influence of the AoE that will occur for you indeed detonating it. You will eventually, as I mentioned, get a weapon which is capable of doing this at a cost of quite some sizable amount of energy. Yeah, there it is. We don't want to end up ramming into that. Scouts? We can destroy 2 little scouts really quick, which is what I was just saying I didn't want to do. But now that we have thrust capabilities, an enemy does not, we can easily destroy them. A cargo ship. I guess we can let the cargo ship exist. Ooh. More warp-ins from the Chitek. Let's deal with these. It occurs to me that this is probably just verifying what the Chitek believed that we did originally, which was destroying their space station. Poor scout. Not gonna get away either. Ooh, we rammed right into it. Took a bit of damage. And we lost a person! Thanks to my sloppy driving. That sucks. Alright, we've already surveyed this planet. Let's swing past the sun again. Nothing else showing up on radar. Alright, let's take the warp node. Oh, I heard the drone, but it's too late. We've already left. Oh! Even more Chitek. Nice, excellent work, Tim. Get closer to there, make sure you secure the resources. Let's see what this other scout that's trying to get away. Ooh, sun! You can fly over suns, you don't have to worry about... Ooh, oh god! Sorry. Sorry, Sorid, it's okay, we didn't hit you at all, which was miraculous. It was thanks to the gunner who was told to fire and decided to do so without hitting the Sorid. Good for him. That was bad on my part. I guess we'll fly out to this other sun. Maybe we should take the increased accuracy for plasma cannons. Instinctively, I saw something and fired at it. That's a great way to get a race angry at me. Which is not at all what we want to do. The unfortunate part about having to pay this titanium is it does mean I'm going to be a bit delayed in building a bigger vessel. I think we should probably still try. We need quite a bit of Cobalt 60 if I want to build that ship I blueprinted. So, once again, we're... Oh, hey! I saw a planet that we missed before up there. Okay, perfect. We're doing this because we want to make sure that we actually don't do exactly what we had just seen. We don't want to... We don't want to leave a potential unexplored planet unexplored. Mind me, Ulquo. Let's right past you. Nothing else on radar out here. This being the final upgrade for our scanners, this will be the last time I do this sort of thing. I'll tend to avoid coming back to these locations, aside from possibly defeating Chitek or Chitek is actually, I don't know how you pronounce it. We're going back to visit a planet which we still have things to do on it. I guess we can show you going right over the sun. You know, see? Took a bit of damage though doing that. Oh, I think I lost half my hull and a few crew members doing that once because I was in the galaxy map looking to do some measurements there, which ended up costing me like 5 crew and half the ship's hull for a bit. That was a bit awkward. I hear it. According to this probe's data, at one point it was transported to a point nearly 50 million light years from here and back again in under a millisecond. Either that or its telemetry circuits are malfunctioned. Probably the second, then. On that note, by the way, as long as we captured a swarm drone, swarm drones will, to my knowledge, go visit every planet or point of interest in a sector. So if you see it flying off someplace, there might be something there, probably is, to investigate. But they also appear at a certain location outside of like a planet's area, scan everything, and then go away from everything and warp out. Hello? Did we see these seeds yet? What are the spaceborne seeds? Their husks are a complex mesh of titanium and carbon fibers. I do not recall anything which would require me to mark down the locations of these seeds where we find them, so I'm not going to do so this time around. It'd be interesting if there is some sort of quest which has us go and retrieve some seeds at some point. Alright, nothing else out here. Let's take this to Entark Citadel. We'll also explore the planet while we're here, just to make sure nothing else is on radar. Again, your sensors are a bit, I was going to say decayed, I don't know if that's correct, lessened while in a nebula. Another Vandari trader. We'll let him hang out here. Ooh, another one. I don't want to actually... Ah, darn it! We would be delighted to make another exchange of knowledge with you. Let's offer field alignment. We've been transmitting a chemical formula. At first glance, it seems relatively trivial, but running it through the reaction simulator shows that it would actually produce a powerful explosive. Interesting, although I'm not sure how practical it is, since it is both weaker and less stable than what we currently use. Thank you. Okay, we've already heard this. We don't need to trade goods. I'm going to take this opportunity to destroy a few more of these. Remember that Entark Citadel will accept titanium for some of their artifacts. And it looks like we can get titanium from these asteroids. So we'll destroy just a handful more of them on screen. Okay, let's head on down there. Welcome to Intark's Citadel, where all are free to trade with her agents. Shall I connect you with our resource trading system? Or are you interested in some of our unique items? We wish to trade resources. Man, it's tempting to trade some adamantine. That's so much titanium. Like, if I'm tempted to trade just 4 of it to get 215 titanium from these guys. I think I'm going to do it, everyone. Let's do this trade. We wish to... Actually, what unique items do you possess? Our unrivaled collection of rare artifacts is available to our most distinguished patrons, such as yourselves. I would really like this Progent turret mount, and we have the titanium for it. But then after we go back home and deliver the titanium to the station, we won't have enough left to be able to produce another ship. So I think we'll just be all set at this moment. Let's take the warp gate. By the way, we didn't leave anything out there that we did not. Okay. Let's take the warp gate to a different location. Looks like you can occasionally get platinum from these asteroids. Okay. Let's go ahead and take this. Fly past all these planets. Single cargo ship will get you since we're right here. Nice. What do we get? Ooh, a bit of titanium, some yttrium. Acceptable. Visit the star first. Swing around, get these planets, kill the cargo ship. Another cargo ship. Guess we'll get that one too as we approach the gas giant. Oh, he must be gathering some sort of resource from the planet. Thank you for that. I'll assume that you have something for us. Titanium. Likely they're unable to get that from a gas plant, I would imagine. Well, unless it's dust or something of the sort that they collect and then combine. You see me occasionally quick saving just in case we actually run into one of those bombs. Again, that's happened to me in the past. I'm a little paranoid about it. Nothing on that planet. Oh, we've had other Chitek warp in. I guess they can stay warped in. We'll swing around the structure out here as well, the space station. Nothing else on radar, though. Okay, then let's head out of this area. More chick tech, 2 frigates. Let's deal with them. They will harass me with missiles if I don't deal with them now. Okay, that seems to be it. Although I hear more music, nothing's on sensors. Ooh, I hear a swarm drone. Two of them! I don't think I've ever seen two of them before in the same sector at the same time. This probe spent several decades monitoring the precision and variable output of a pulsar. Incredibly, these two variables suggest an encoded artificial signal of very high complexity. I'll take almost a free 225 research points. We don't want to accidentally shoot that. Good for you, little scouts. I'm not getting close to that. Let's eliminate whatever these are down here. I think the longer that you leave the Chitek alone, the more ships they'll eventually spawn into an area which they're present, in which they already have a presence. More titanium. Could use all the titanium we can get our hands on. It's what is used for, as far as I'm aware, almost every single ship module requires titanium. Automated mining facility is still in operation. It appears the drones have continued to collect ore since you've been gone, collect the process yttrium, and dismantle the facility for resources. The drones put up no resistance to being dismantled, and the team is able to extract a non-trivial amount of titanium from them. Plus an extra 125, holy crap. The Warrens are next. You can hear a combat breaking out, and that's like probably one sword explorer versus a small fleet of Chitek. They managed to get the Sword Explorer destroyed. We'll deal with them in short order. Good job, Tim. More things have warped in. I don't actually see anything on radar. Let's have ourselves deal with the Chitek that are here on this planet. The tunnels seem more or less as the team left them. Perhaps the Chitek did not notice the team's prior activities. Go back in. As the team moves through the tunnels, they become aware of increased movement. Sticking to the quieter, smaller tunnels, they're able to grab a moderate amount of titanium undetected. Let's do another 2 of these. Okay, we've had an exchange of fire. The team finds a cache of titanium ore at the end of a tunnel. As they gather up the ore, a group of Chitek warriors surprise them and sound the alarm. The team rushes back to the surface and towards the lander as the Chitek armed with mining lasers open fire. Alright, not bad, though. Lost a crew, but gained another... what was it, 13? 13 ore, I'll take it. Let's see, let's get to that planet all the way up here. Just to make sure that our scanners have a chance to see if there's anything else beyond it. This is one of the few games where I feel like every single research is useful. I like when games have done some, like, balance passes through the skills and or tech tree to ensure that everything feels about right. And I think this game did that pretty much perfectly. I think that's one of the reasons why I liked it so much, because I never felt like I was wasting my research points. Though I do wish there was a little more information given about how it would affect existing modules on my ship. Okay, let's see. We do not have the Animantine yet to visit that one planet, so we're going to actually delay going out there until later. Or let's not. When I do come back out here, I'm going to want to know that I've already swept through the sector, looking for anything like any other planets or the like that I might have missed earlier. Another 50 Animantine to deliver there. And with 6 more Animantine, we can actually power on the particle accelerator we had seen earlier. No, that's a Vendari. I don't want him seeing me. You can hang out over there, Vendari. We're going to go down over here instead. Nothing on that water. Oh, nothing beyond the water world. We already explored the water world. Nothing out on the galaxy map either. There is a warp gate, but it's quite some distance away. It's going to be a while before we're warping back to Kite Station. But it will give us a chance to do a little more battles and double check again all these sectors we've already been in to see if we missed anything in them. Actually, we could take that warp nexus back, warp gate back if I so desire. Let's head back. We have research points to spend. We could get the crew. We can upgrade our ship to a bigger one, and then come back out here. I like the look of this little vessel, but I'm probably never going to fly this thing again, assuming we're able to build a bigger ship. So first, we'll ask for some more crew. Let me get 2 more crew. Thank you, Miranda. Oh, can we deliver any luck rounding up the resources we need for upgrades? Yes, we've managed to get what you need. Great! You can let Pillman know that we can handle whatever size holes he and his team can research. Was there anything else? How does armor work? Armored modules take less damage from attacks and hazards. Armor protection is partially a percentage of damage reduction and partially a percentage of armor rating. As a result, it's most effective against lots of small hits, but still provides some protection against large attacks. Armor modules protect themselves as well as adjacent modules, and this effect stacks. Was there anything else? I'm thinking of challenging the Chit-Tech to a race when it gets to Galaxy. Good plan. Obviously, you'll want lots of engines and a low-mass ship, but equally important is enough reactor power to keep a constant turbo burn. As I'm sure you'll recall from Warp Physics 101, at relativistic speeds, the Lorentz metric tensor creates an effect similar to drag, so there's diminishing returns on how fast you can go with normal thrust. Was there anything else? Nope. Good for now. Alright, well, let's immediately go and get bigger ships. Stellar class. We go from 16 to 21 modules max. In my shipyard, the next ship I would like to build is this Guardian. We need missiles and 73 Cobalt 60. Okay, so we're not building this yet until we get missile launchers researched and have the Cobalt to be able to create it. I suppose at the very least we can research missiles now, so let's do so. But other techs are going to be more about what I can use at this moment. I think we're going to get commodity negotiations 1 rank at this moment. Helps us negotiate slightly better prices when trading resources with other races. We don't really have a whole lot of Cobalt 60, and so the Vendari can trade that with us. So we'll prepare to take some of that. I think we're going to want to upgrade our cannons more. So let's grab Kinetic Overload. Increases the damage of each plasma bolt from 9 to 12. Increases the energy per shot from 4 to 4.25. 105 tech left. Even though we're not taking them yet, I'm going to want missile launchers at some point. And I'm going to want a few upgrades to help me with them. So I'm going to start by taking Missile Afterburn. Increases the speed of missiles by 25%. Quicker to the target, harder to shoot down. I think when I had finally researched with missiles, I had taken everything in this entire column before I built the first missile launcher on the ship. But I had a bunch of research saved to do so, and I needed it at the time because I was fighting a new enemy and I could not dare get close to them. They just did too much damage. Alright, so I don't have a blueprint I can actually utilize. Well, no, this is, wait. I've built this already. That was the ship I was using, Tim. Okay, so we have 484 titanium. It's enough that we can build. We can probably put 2 more engines on this ship. Another reactor. Let's see. So if I put an armor module here, we could add 2 additional engines. Oh, no, we can't. We need 6 more gold to do so. Put 1 more engine on it, then. I would want a reactor, and we need 10 more Chirolite for that. We can get that, but we can just get that out there. I'm going to put that reactor here when we eventually get back. Let's do this. We'll take this ship. Kind of like the look of it, though. Let's save this design. There we go. And now this ship is saved forever. So if I was to play this game again a year from now, assuming my computer was still here and the save files are still written, I would be able to I'll be able to build this ship, assuming I had all the materials to construct it, the module capability to make it, and the research needed for all the bits it requires. I do like the look of this ship. It's a little faster than our last one, too. Okay, so we're going here. and exploring the rest of these sectors again. We need more chirolite. We can get that from Chitech cruisers, I think. Oh my god! There's a small Chitech army here, or a large one. Speaking of cruisers, we have some of them here too. Let's take out these scouts. Remember that these extra engines are also going to be draining more energy, even as we just pilot around here. Let's try to ditch those missiles. Oh, no! Okay. Oh, I almost slammed into that. We're going to go in the front of this. Try to shoot down that scout. Woo! Good job, Tim. I really want another reactor, though. I hate seeing that my energy drop down so much. That's a frigate. We'll get you next. As you can see, our tractor beam can reach all the way out there and grab those resources, pulling them in. This is fantastic. Let's try to stay a little bit away from this vessel, Tim. Grab some gold. It's a chirolite we're interested in, though. To my knowledge, by the way, the enemies will not reconstruct bases. Once a base is destroyed, it will be permanently destroyed. Tim, you're out of energy. Nice. Lots of titanium, but no chirolite. Alright, let's get some energy back and we'll deal with that battle cruiser. Let's deal with something with some easier targets first. Alright, engines full. Sorry, not engines full, energy full. Grab some free titanium. If it looks like we have too much titanium, remember that we can trade it at the Entark Citadel. Those 3 items that are left are not the only items they will have for sale either. I think there's at least like another 5 of them. Oh, decimated that end. Some chirolite. For our trouble. Looks like more enemies probably warped in. What type of class ship is this? If the last one was a corvette ship, I feel like this one's probably a destroyer class ship? I'm not familiar with how different types of war vessels are classified. I'm assuming it's based on armaments and size. I mean, I guess their capabilities is another thing, right? A submarine is quite different than a battleship. No, you're not going to get away. We're getting you too. Titanium. Looks like mostly titanium. Which is what I would expect to get, since most modules are constructed out of it. Man. The Chichik no match for me. Oh God! That's a big ship, Tim. Oh, took off half the ship. Oh my God, nice. One salvo managed to get the ship. Unfortunately, we lost someone in doing so. I heard more warp-ins. We have even more enemies here. I love the sound of how the guns start firing, too. The little sound of them, the ignition starting. Oh! Too many missiles, and that was my cursor was not in the right direction to deal with them. Took a big hit there. Nice. Excellent work, Tim. Let's deal with that frigate before it gets away. There's another one up here too, I think. I remember you and all the missiles you guys fired at me. Ooh, I'm out of energy. Okay, yeah, we really need another reactor. We lost another person! I hope it wasn't because I sailed through the sun. Or too close to it. That's a bit embarrassing. And that's all of them defeated. Okay, that's good. This is the time module? That's a status sphere. Okay, yep. So, we are not interacting with that. We don't have the technology to do so. But we should swing out and double check the planets. And nothing around here that looks like we missed. Off we go. A single Chi-Tech destroyer. Do I care? And some scouts. I care. Just to get the music to fade. Oh, that one tried to turn really quickly and get away, but there's no getting away from us any longer now that we have the capability to thrust our engines. It's a frigate, actually. Glad we saw you. More cheerlight. Is that the... We have enough! We can double back and make a reactor. So when we get down here, we'll use that warp gate to zip back to Kite Station to do so. And it feels like I'm playing for an hour, so I guess we're going to be stopping then, too. With an upgraded ship and all the sectors double-checked for anything we might have left behind. Did we pick up any more research? We did not pick up any other research, though. As you guys can see, I don't feel like we need another upgrade to our plasma gun's accuracy. I think we're good with what we currently have. If we end up having 90 research just to throw around, we can take it. Every ship design of mine will have plasma guns on them. I feel that because they have a different button to fire them, it's really difficult to not take them on a ship. Although I have built some that don't have any, you miss being able to just to fire them. The Chitik are here too, as you can hear. Let's help the poor Sorig who's being annihilated. Good job, guys. I'll take the free savior of the world tax that you left me here. The gift, thank you. I'm pretty sure that that enemies who are not Chitek will repair their ships over time, similar to how we do. I can't recall if the Chitek actually do so. I think the Chitek ships generally lose huge chunks of them and are unable to then reconstruct their ship in space. So I'll look at this Saurid ship as we sail past him. No. Oh! Here a swarm drone. It's going away from us. It's coming to this planet. A complex mold-like organism has completely filled the inside of this probe. It seems to even have gained the ability to direct the probe's navigation to some extent. Well, we should visit the nebula, so let's do that. I guess I'm lying, that Sword of Explorer is still heavily damaged. And 5 engines is a little too much for 4 reactors to be able to handle the drain when thrusting without losing energy. I don't like that. Well, let's swing past these planets. Again, Nebula, to my knowledge, decrease the range of your scanners. I could set... Oh, then we're not quite in the Nebula. I could set waypoints and fly to all of them, trying to fully map out each sector. Like within one of these grids. But no. That'd be a little too boring. And oh, I hear more combat happening. You're welcome. We are the heroes. Even though they did most of the work on those ships. Let's see what's happening down at this planet. Yeah, we'll search this. Come back here, search what's around the nebula. Take this warp nexus to this area, and then we'll head on back to Kite Station. Get some more crew, put another reactor on this ship, and then that will do it for us, I think, everyone, for this episode. I haven't talked about random stuff. Well, I have a little bit. I haven't focused on it like I did a few episodes ago. Let's think. What else can we talk about? My notes are in a different room. Darn it. So what were some other space games then? So again, I remember talking about the X-Wing and TIE Fighter games, which are some of the first cockpit-like games I played when I was growing up. I seem to remember that we had a very small joystick to play them, but nothing like a HOTAS a long time ago. When did they come out? I can't remember. Oh, I forgot. I put 2 more guns on this ship, didn't I? We have 6 total guns. I wonder why we're doing so much damage now. Lots of platinum in those asteroids, too. That'll be good for trading with the Ulku. Yeah, it was a small... I remember a small joystick with, like, 2 buttons on the top of it. Silver in color. Or, yeah, I think it was silver or gray. I think there was a button on top of the joystick itself, too, but I can't remember. God, it's been so long. I still have that fired up. Tachyon the Fringe. I should really do it. I have a bad habit, everyone, in that when I'm not recording a game, I tend to, during video editing, just play games that I've beaten before. Games which are a bit grindy or repetitive, and just listen to things in the background as I do so. Today's Sunday, June 26, 2022, and I would normally just be listening to like just a stream of some sort while playing. In this case, it would be Starcrawlers I would fire up, because I actually am trying to beat the game, because I would like an idea of, again, I think I mentioned this last time, how grindy the game feels, because it's a bit of a grindy game. That's not necessarily bad, but it tends to be the types of games I don't want to record. I don't like cutting the grind out of games, because it then becomes work. And I don't want that. I want my viewers to see everything that goes on in a game. I don't want to cut the recording and then come back with an extra like 4,000 credits and people be wondering how I got all of it. It's because I spent 20 hours grinding it, for example. Then I had to explain that that's exactly what I did. And you lose the appreciation. That's the wrong word to use, I think, because you don't appreciate it. But on that same note, I want, if the game is grindy and it takes that long to get that much money in order to do certain things, I want to show that it takes that long to do that certain thing. This way you know it if you decide you want to go and buy this game. Now that said, it doesn't take that long. I have not grinded. Well, I have grinded, because you just do random missions. But we're getting experience points in that game. I'm getting experience points in that game in order to do the quest dungeons at the level that they are designed for. And that's it, everyone. We're back at our station. Let's get more crew. That's all for now. Oh, he said something else. Crap. Have you checked out that pottery you brought in? Pretty interesting, huh? No, I'm playing the constant interruptions. He mentioned that we keep asking that question. There must be a really annoying reason why we do so. Alright, we have enough space left to build one more reactor. And that should go here. This way the armor module guards it. Oh, but I don't have enough. Oh, it was one engine. Alright, not bad. That should give me enough reactors that I can cruise with our engines without losing energy. I still don't have what it takes for the Guardian, because I need 73 Cobalt-60 to build the missile launchers on it. And for research, I'm not going to spend this 135. I think we just hold on to this at the moment. Yeah, we just hold on to this. Alright, everyone. So, thank you guys for watching. When we come back, I think it'll be time for us to... Arguably, I should head back out here, briefly, to double-check these planets. So we'll come back here, sail out to the sun, just make sure we scanned everything. It'll give us a chance to verify that the scrap off the derelict reappears. Then head all the way back here and begin exploring some areas where we have to actually cruise to get to them. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.